Welcome to Create Your Own Croissant Day, or is it Crescent? So many different varieties. And did you know we think of it being a French specialty, but it actually began in Austria? These lovely, buttery, tasty, flaky, so good, actually were brought from Austria to France when Marie Antoinette was married into the royal family. And she wanted a simple cake, and it was crescent shaped. Wow, amazing. Well, for this week's Create Your Own, I decided to do sweet and savory. We'll start with sweet. I have the Crescent Rolls as well as some blueberry and chocolate chips. So starting with your Crescent Rolls that you can buy in the refrigerator section, you get 8 of them. I split that section in half, split out the 4, and you see they're kind of like triangles. A teaspoon of mini chocolate chips, kind of towards the end of your crescent roll. And again, the cookie tray, I made sure I did 4 to split it up. And you don't have to do this. You can do any fillings you want. That's what's great about this. You can roll that on up in there, and I will tell you, the chocolate chips will try to dive out. It's okay. You can kind of try to tuck them back in there. Just to mark them so that my family knew what the filling was, I just took a little chocolate chip on top. I finished off the rest of the triangles, and voila, look at those yummies. With the other set of 4 crescent or croissants, I unrolled, made those triangles available, and then opened up a jar of blueberry preserves. I was able to tuck those on in with a spoonful of the preserves on each triangle piece. I then got thinking, I wonder if I should spread it out. So you might see that I decide that might be a better idea. So after all those triangles were spread out, I decided, let's spread that jelly all over. And then I rolled it up. And again, there might be a little bit of oozing on the outside, but I think that's what makes it delicious. With my oven set at 350, I set the timer for 8 minutes. Took a big check at a little bit of time. My chocolate chip ones were almost ready, and didn't they look so good? Now, looking at my next, I wanted to go more savory route. And a lot of people really like their hot dogs and cheese, so I separated out that American cheese slices and made them into triangles. I separated out the crescent rolls and put the triangles down, and then the hot dog. I continued this all the way through for all 8 of my crescent rolls and then rolled them on up. What's a little unusual, of course, is that the hot dog kind of sticks out a bit. So what's great about this? The dough is like literally playing with Play-Doh, so you can kind of stretch it and tuck it the way you want. Another tip is to slice your hot dog down the middle before you stick it down there, but don't split it all the way to the end. This time with a timer of 12 minutes and being set at 375, look at that goodness. And so now, should I start with sweet? Or should I dive into savory? Be creative with how you'll fill your crescent rolls. And tell me all about it on our Instagram page at Manlius Library, #Miss Wendy. As we celebrate Create Your Own Croissant Day celebration, I thought it might be fun to look for book titles or any kind of books that had anything to do with a croissant. I found this fun book in the picture book collection at the Manlius Library, The Case of the Stinky Stench. And I thought it was particularly funny because there is a detective croissant that you'll find pictured in many of the pages. Definitely worth a look. If you really are enjoying croissants, this book, The Art of French Pastry, might be kind of fun to also check out if you really are enjoying all things having to do with French pastries. I particularly liked Teens Cook Dessert, And I earmarked this page in case you have some day-old croissants. Why not repurpose them into a raspberry croissant bread pudding with vanilla sauce? These books and more can be found at the Manlius Library.